is acknowledging, someone as a winner, positive or negative. I take the points you're making that there does seem to be, a cause for resentment, putting someone on a pedestal where they're just, the tendency would be to try and knock them down and bring them down to size. But at the same time, again, human beings, like heroes, we are inspired by people who beat the odds, who achieve things, incredible things that demonstrate willpower and effort and commitment and enthusiasm, So, when a team actually wins a trophy against the odds, it's actually, very heartwarming and moving, I think. And, I think there's a lot of kind of...
It doesn't matter what the losers are feeling.
No, a lot of the times the losers will say, beaten by a better person on the day, better team.
Yeah.
They tried hard, we didn't turn up, or whatever,
Yeah.
And you do get a lot of that. I mean, it's happening a lot more these days than it ever used to in my youth. Where they actually interview the players.
Yes.
I mean, Wimbledon never did it, but the other opens did it. Like the French Open would actually interview, and the poor loser just being kind of thrashed or pipped in 5 sets.
Yes. How do you feel?
How do you feel?
Yes.
And he's got to stand up there in front of millions of people watching, and a stadium of 10,000, and say, I tried, but it wasn't good enough, and all credit to the other guy, and it's actually very moving to kind of to see that. And I think that it's important to be able to kind of handle so-called losing and not to actually think that that's the end of the road or it's the end of the story or that in some way demeans me. There's always another day, there's always lessons to be learned, there's always ways that I can take, whatever it is forward. But yes, I actually don't believe that the whole of our life should be based on competition where it's all or nothing, win or lose, win or lose. And I think that we actually have to make our life based on something where it's actually we're always winning. And for me that's the kind of the spiritual
doing
element.
something that we are, that we love, or we really, it really juices us, really gets us motivated and inspired, so that we do win. In other words, we're not playing in a losing environment because we're doing something where we're actually, giving the best of us. We're doing something that's true to ourselves, something that is within us, our deepest passion, whatever that might be, whether it's sweeping the streets or it's being, President of the United States or it's being a football player, or it doesn't matter what. Is that what you're saying?
It is part of it. I think that there's also the aspect of getting kind of the feedback. It doesn't have to be big accolades, but everyone needs some kind of appreciation and feedback that kind of says, yes, the effort is valued, and it was a good effort. Maybe encouragement how things can be improved, but we need that feedback. And family can offer that, friends. But in the material world, there's no accolade ever big enough for anybody.
I absolutely agree.
It doesn't matter. So many people say, after winning the Oscar or after winning a world championship, it's great, and then a couple of days later there's this huge depression.
Exactly.
Because nothing is ever going to be as big. And you've got the big thing that you dreamed of, and actually I haven't really changed. The world hasn't suddenly become all rosy. I still have the same issues, the same problems, the same circumstances. So it's often a very big hit. So I think that although it's nice to kind of offer appreciation, the individual cannot allow themselves to be defined by that, cannot allow themselves to need it so badly that it's the all in all. You actually have to be sustained by something internal and something more long lasting and stable and permanent in your life.